welcome back to another brand new episode here on Carmland's Farm. Just so I've been doing that a lot recently, but yeah, we're on Carmland's Farm and we're off back to the store. As you can tell by the money, I've had a little bit of a spend up. I have also added quite a few more grapevines, but I didn't get all the way across because otherwise it would have completely ran out my money, and we needed some other bits, so I didn't really want to do that because obviously we needed a grape harvester, we needed a sprayer, mulcher, mower. What else did we need? Lots of different things. We needed a trailer for the olives because the olives are ready now. Unfortunately, just being so busy with everything else, I forgot to fertilise that ground, or I didn't get time to fertilise that ground, nor mulch it, nor subsoil it. So unfortunately, we haven't got very much in the way of yield. But that will, that will have to be for, for this time round. As I say, I put them down, and I just assumed that I would be able to go in at the end and just before I harvest them to spray them and mulch them and mow them, and obviously that would then shoot our yield up and we'll be able to go from there. But it didn't quite work out like that, so whatever, it doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter and it doesn't matter. Next time we'll be right on it. We've got the grapes to do. I did just start spraying the grapes just to make sure that was all going to work, and that's working fine. So I've no problems there. And as I say, like we'll get the excuse me, we'll get the grapes mulched and subsoiled as well, and then we'll be in with a shout with the grapes. But yeah, so and I've also bought a dumper trailer as well. So you have the in-game grape trailers, and olive trailers. They're okay, but I don't really like them. I don't like the look of them. They look a bit sort of tinny to me. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but so I bought a Bailey one, just because, as I say, that it holds a little bit more as well. To be fair, and not only that, we've still got the truck. What are we doing there? We've got 170 some odd grand tractor sitting on the back there. Going to be getting a few more tractors, not now, but in future episodes we're going to get another couple of tractors. I was going to go for, I probably still will go for another one of these just because they are 200 horsepower exactly, and they are darn good pullers. So I think we should at least get one more of these, but I might go for a different brand as well, because obviously we've got the Massey Ferguson. Well, New Holland do 175 horsepower tractor, John Deere do 175 horsepower tractor. The only reason I've steered away from the John Deere and the Massey Ferguson in the medium tractors is because they're not great pullers. I know it says they're 175 horsepower, but I find them quite sort of clunky and a bit sort of inconvenient to drive and everything. So I'd like one with a gearbox like this one has got, where it's quite smooth and quite quick. There is a reason I'm not selling the tractor that's on the trailer. I'm not selling the tractor at all that's on the trailer, but there is a reason for me bringing it here, even though I did nearly lose it. But yeah, we'll get it off. And it's going to go on that green trailer. Yeah, it's going to go on the green trailer. My head was, and that was the other thing that I bought as well. I also bought a milk lorry. Again, it's over 200 horsepower, but yeah, again, it isn't going to help us on fields or whatever. It's just going to be carting milk about the yard, and the only reason I bought it is because obviously the amount that it holds 25,000 litres, so that's really good. This isn't going back on the back of the low loader, this is going on the low loader. I'm going to put the other tractor on follow me, because I need that other trailer, because the wool is now completely full, the honey is completely full, the sugar is completely full, the canola oil is completely full. So hang on, we better try and do things at least half properly, James. So that trailer is an auto-load trailer because I'm really not that great at stacking pallets. I will use the forklift and stack them on there, but and the only reason I'm gonna that's a little bit too wide for this. Gonna have to get the lorry flatbed, aren't we, so we can start moving stuff around on a much bigger flatbed, but that'll be okay. Alright, we'll turn the lights on. We won't flatten the battery. I've been assured by Giants that that's not a thing. And we are just going to have to go very, 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 very slowly with it. But we need to get that back to the farm. And I didn't hit it. Don't want no comments saying you hit it. I didn't hit it. There was a gap. It wasn't a very big gap, I grant you, but there was a gap. Is there anything that we can take on the back of that? Don't need that. The milk truck maybe, but I've got no ramp, so I can't really get it up there. So we'll just take this back as it is. That's fine. I can't remember how to. Oh, there you go. I was going to say I can't remember how to use follow me now. But right, we'll get this back to the yard, and then, as I say, we'll crack on with the olives. And yeah, so I think I might get a New Holland T6, I think it is, which is a 175, and you know, we'll have a really good look around and try and find some other brands that are you know, that are in and around the 200 horsepower or less, really. I was half tempted to say, well, is it sneaky of me to go 5 horsepower over? But yeah, it probably is, especially if I start taking liberties with cotton harvesters. But yeah, so, and as I said before, we're possibly going to have to start looking at a new drill, because I think on the other side of the river where all the new fields are, I've got a feeling those hills are going to be a little bit too much for the tractors. Although, having said that, I guess they must have drilled them the first time round, mustn't they? So maybe not. I certainly put it on this tractor, because as I say, this is 200 horsepower dead. But there is a 9 metre seed drill. I am using it in another save, to be fair, and you'll know which save it is. If you follow all my series, you'll know which save it is. But yeah, so you know, but it's only 150 horsepower, and it's 3 meters wider, you know, and sort of 50 horsepower less. So, you know, if it works, it works. You know, I might try it. What I might do is because technically you're not supposed to lease equipment, but I don't want to commit financially to a very expensive drill if, you know, my tractor's just not going to pull it. So I will lease it. I'll lease it for probably a season, just see how it goes. The other thing as well I'd quite like to do is I'd quite like to buy a subsoiler, just literally subsoil the tram lines so we get them out, and then just direct drill. You know, that cuts out ploughing, that cuts out like another lot of jobs. If I do that, I don't need all the other tractors. But another one, possibly another 2, would be very handy, just because, you know, obviously baling, bale carting, you know, the olives and the grapes might come at the same time that we're combining, and so we're going to need, you know, a tractor on the trailer, on the dumper. It doesn't have to be a very big tractor, to be fair. You know, we could get a 150 horsepower tractor, or 140, probably even 100 horsepower tractor would pull that little dumper. You'll see it in a second because I've left it on the headland of this field. I've smoothed all this out as well, but I did a very silly thing before I tried it to see whether I'd made it better. I saved the game, so now I'm stuck with it. But it was already better driving machinery over there, so that was good. But yeah, so I did that. The other thing that needs doing as well is all the manure pits need emptying as well. But as I say, we need to crack on with getting that wool over there so that we can start making textiles. So that's a sort of priority job, that is. So what we'll do is we'll leave this tractor here. If my mouse would... ho. said Father Christmas. Why are you here? Honestly, never ever does it ever go right. Never mind. Right, we'll get the wall pallets loaded. We'll go around, we'll quickly get all the pallets loaded that we need to get loaded and moved. Oh, to be fair, it didn't get too far before it quit. And that'd be the reason why, is because I put it on 15 miles an hour and we were travelling at 33, so that'd be the reason why. So it did well to get that far, to be fair. Because I was going, I was going over double the speed, wasn't I? So yeah, did well to get here, really. So we'll be grateful for that. But yeah, so as I say, we'll get sort of small tractors. Oh, I sounded Norfolk then, didn't I? We get small tractors. We'll get some small tractors to run the grapes and the olives. I don't think we'll be getting any more grapes or olive groves. I might put a bit more of an olive grove down somewhere, either the field next door or whatever. It's just for a few more grapes, though. We don't need no more, because I'm now got to the stage where the length of where I'm taking it from the river back to the farm, that has now reached just short of £100,000 per vine, so it's very expensive. It's very, very, very expensive. So I don't think we're going to need any more grapes, and that is a very long way down there. I've got to be very careful, because otherwise my grape harvester isn't going to get to the other end, and that means that I've either then got to reverse all the way out or drive all the way down. So I'm not thinking. What I should have done was split them in half. And I might be able to do that. I might be able to just edit a few out and split it in half. But yeah, we'll wait and see. But we'll just, as I say, I mean, I don't think all of these pallets. Well, I don't know, they might. Not quite. Well, we'll do that. If I had that, what I need is well, I've got that forklift, I suppose. I was going to say what I need is a little forklift down here, just to help me out down here. But I think we'll be okay. As I say, we'll go and tip these, and then we'll come back, get the other two. It's a bit inconvenient and a bit inefficient, but we'll do it on this occasion. And then, as I say, I then need to move all of the other pallets. And like I said yesterday, the way I loaded the oil pallets onto the lorry, I don't like doing it that way, but it's the only way I can do it, because when the forklift lifts it up to them, it doesn't load them properly. And I have also as well bought another thing, and I'll show you that in a sec. Well, I'll show you that when we go round to get the honey pallets, because it's on that bit there. I've decided against having more bees. I decided that we had more than enough bees to be getting on with. So, as I say, I've sort of decided against them, really. Crikey, that pallet was very quick coming through. All right, we need to unload the trailer. Probably not there. Never mind. We'll have to just move them by hand, I'm afraid. I say I don't like doing this because it's unrealistic, but sometimes farming sim makes it that you have to do some jobs unrealistically. Thought the game was going to crash then for a second. Well, we haven't got very much wool, but as I say, this time around I might just grow some cotton, and I might just hire the harvester for each harvest season. Right, while we're here, we'll go and get the honey. The honey's going into the cereal factory. Obviously, we still can't make cereal yet because we still haven't got nowhere near the right ingredients, but that's what eventually is going to happen with that one. But we'll go around there. You see what I've done. It's changed a bit, but not massively. It hasn't changed as much as what I thought it was going to. But as you can see, the workshop's gone because we just don't use it. The seed machine's still there. I've got some more bits of kit to buy for that one. But up here, I have installed a one of these. What do you call them? Solar farms. I've installed a solar farm. So that's going to bring in £126,000 a month, which, because we're playing with one day sort of seasons, if you like, that means it's going to be bringing in £126,000 a day, and that's going to help us with obviously it's a pity we can't use the cleaner from the DLC. Not that I've got that DLC, but I jumped the fence, but you could probably open it. To be fair, yeah, you can open it, and I jumped it. There you go. Yeah, so but as I say, I've got them, and then obviously around there you can see I won't be able to get out that way because there's a fence, but I've also got the beehives. But I might put another sort of row of two in, just so as it does come right up to here, so that we're actually maximising the amount of money that we could earn. I mean, I'm not being funny, but I don't know whether it would let you do it, but let's just productions generators. So here, I mean, yeah, it will let you do it. You could even put some of these in. I mean, what's this? £8,000 a day. Add that to the 26, but you could get that in into there. You know, so how does that look? See, like you could get that in there. To be fair, I don't want to be putting too many of these in, but you could get another one in there. And as I say, like, you know, and sort of really maximise this space and our earning potential. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be putting some more of them in because we can get some down this side as well. Look, and you know, we'll, as I say, we'll be really earning our way to success. It's made a bit of a mess of this hill, to be fair, but that's not too bad. I don't mind that so much. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. But anyway, we've come here to get the honey, so we'll get the honey. I think we can still get down here. We can. And you know, the honey, as I say, will be dropped off at the cereal factory. Right, I'm going to switch it over now to a little bit of time lapse because we need to. Oh, that is a bit frustrating that won't stack the trailer. I can't find a trailer that takes pallets that stacks them. Apart from the lorry trailer that stacks them, but this trailer doesn't for some reason. I don't know why. I have to go through there because the lorry's down that side. But yeah, so we'll get all of our little bit of production-y bits done, and then once we've got them done, it's just a tad too long. But again, it doesn't matter because we can just do that. And then what we need to do is, just before we start drilling, we need to find the recipes for everything, so that we have all of the crops growing that we need for everything. Sorghum's going to be our flour. I might get rid of soybeans and just take them out because I can only sell them and they're a cash crop really, and I don't really want to be doing cash crops as such. I want to be earning our money from the productions that we're doing. So I might get rid of soybean from the rotation, well, not the rotation as such, but from growing soybeans. And what I'll do is we'll plant that field with what I just said, sorghum, and we'll get the flour. So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to switch it over, as I say, to a little bit of time lapse because I'm 20 minutes in and we need some time lapse. So I'll see you at the end if you're still watching. Bye for now. And I'm back. How are you all diddling? It's been a busy day, but we are now starting to get through. As I say, the first job of the day was to do those pallets and fetch the machine from the shop. And as I say, the rest of the day has just been doing these olives. And to be fair, considering I did no work to them whatsoever, they haven't yielded that bad, to be fair. Now, you might be wondering, actually, why I've tipped them next to next to the tip point and not actually in the tip point. Now, the reason I've done that is quite simple. I didn't want the olive pallets and the canola oil pallets being mixed up, because if we need to sell one of them sharpish, it means that I've got to sort of sieve through them to find the ones that I actually want. So I thought what we'll do is we'll do all of the rape oil, and then we'll do all of the olive oil. We'll harvest the sunflowers, so they can go into the silo. I did run over the silo, but clearly they're not accepted there, and I thought we could put, because I was going to put them in there, and that was then, sort of going to be a storage for them, but yeah, they won't go in there. So as I say, I ended up putting them in, well, just tipping them next to the tip point. So we'll be able to sort that out when all the canola oil has been done. So yeah, but otherwise it's been a good episode. As I say, we've got a good episode. It's been a good day, is what I meant to say. You'll be the judge of whether it's been a good episode or not me. But it's been a good day, is what I was trying to say. So mine's all over the place because I've got 1,000,001 things going through it. But there we go. That's just the way life gets us sometimes, isn't it? As I say, we've got this to finish, and then not too fast, James. And then once we've done that, we'll get on with starting to grow next year's crop, which is hopefully looking promising, but who knows. Alright, I think there is room for us to turn out next time, so we'll be able to leave the tractor there. But the ramp, or the hill, or whatever, at the beginning of the field, what we've just gone over, is, although it is a bit bad, it's not too bad. It doesn't make us catch on the vines or anything, so we'll just leave it as it is. It clearly works enough. It's clearly good enough for it to work, so we'll just leave that be. But so next episode we've got to get the strawberries moved. We've got to get some more pallets moved around. The canola oil, unfortunately, now has gone off its good price, so that's going to have to go into storage. So we'll get what we can get in there from the factory, and then we'll just put it into storage and wait for the price to go back up again. That's all we can really do with that. I missed the good price because I wanted to try and see if I could be sneaky and get all of the oil, or all of the canola, converted into oil before I sold it, but I couldn't quite, so never mind. But as I say, we've got them to shivel around next time. We've got the sugar to move. We've got the milk lorry to get back and move the milk. So it's busy old time on the farm, and that's just the way we love it. You think back to the beginning episodes, for the first probably, 10, 20 episodes, we hardly did anything. We were constantly waiting around for stuff to grow, and now we're just flat out all the time, and it's so much better. So much better, because as I say, we're just busy all of the time, and I'll tell you what, it is in the way for reversing round. I'm going to have a job getting into that vine now, or grove, not vine, is it? Let's see if I can make it. No. Now I've lost which one it is. It's not that one, it's this one. I think it's this one. Definitely not making that. Right, it's that one. Of course, anyone with half a brain would just get out and move the tractor, but that's a bit too simple. I like to struggle, and I especially like to struggle in front of people watching me on YouTube. But anyway, yeah, so as I say, that's been done, and no, I've got the wrong one. Darn it. Ugh. Never mind. Small turns will win the day. Right, it's this one that we want. There we go. So yeah, I'll get the rest of this done, and then next episode as well, once we've got all the pallets and stuff moved around and where we need them to be, we've got to get on with the sunflowers, we've got to get on with all the ploughing, ready to get on with all the drilling and all the planting, because obviously we need the crops again to get all the factories back up and running, because those factories are very fast, and so it isn't long before they're out of products that they need to make the stuff that we want them to make. So yeah, it's all about getting planted. To be fair, I didn't think this was going to take the whole episode. I thought that the first sort of 10-15 rows was going to be, a little while, I thought, but then once we start shrinking them down, especially as seen as the game was kind of telling me there was no crop on them, or hardly any crop on them, I thought that we were going to be, I didn't think we were going to be all that long, but no, it's a bigger grove than what I kind of thought. And so, it's taken like this episode, but yeah, as I say, what I'm probably going to do is, I'm going to leave the episode here, and as I've got a little tiny bit more now to finish off camera, and then next time when you come back, we'll have all new jobs and different things, and we'll get it so that we're doing multiple things in one episode. But we are going to obviously have a monster drill episode coming up where we just get everything planted, drilled, planted with the actual sort of sugar beet planter, planted with like potato planter, carrot planter, parsnip, red beet, because we want to make soup. So there's all that to come as well. So we've got lots to do. Although everyone seems to have stopped playing this, we're just getting going. We've sort of persevered with it, and now we're reaping the rewards of everything that we've sort of been through together for the last, I don't know how long it is now, probably getting on for 3 or 4 months, maybe even longer than that. But yeah, as I say, if you haven't done already, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really does help the channel. Feel free to share the videos wherever you want to share them. And all that's left for me to say is thanks ever so much for joining me on this episode. I've really enjoyed having your company, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next one. Bye for now.